Rain crashed against the massive glass windows of Blackthorn Castle. Thunder shook the royal hall. Inside, nobles stood in perfect silence. No one dared breathe too loudly. At the center of the hall stood Duke Adrian Blackthorn. Cold, powerful, untouchable, feared by every noble family in the kingdom. His piercing gray eyes were locked on the trembling young woman before him. Selene, a servant girl, simple, quiet, the last woman anyone expected to stand before the Duke. But fate had chosen her. She was his mate. And everyone in the room knew it. Selene's hands trembled as she looked into Adrian's eyes. Her wolf recognized him instantly. The mate bond burned through her body. She had dreamed of this moment. Dreamed that one day, her mate would find her. Protect her. Love her. Choose her. Instead, Adrian looked at her as if she were dirt beneath his boots. Disgust flashed in his expression. Then came the words that shattered her world. I reject you. The hall froze. Selene stopped breathing. Her lips parted. No. He couldn't. Not like this. Not in front of everyone. Tears burned her eyes. Adrian's voice turned even colder. You are weak. You are beneath me. He stepped closer. Each word cut deeper. A servant cannot stand beside the ruler of Blackthorn. Whispers spread across the hall. Selene's knees nearly gave out. Still, she held herself together. Barely. Adrian's fiancée, Lady Vanessa, stood beside him with a satisfied smile. Beautiful. Elegant. Cruel. She folded her arms and looked Selene up and down. How embarrassing, Vanessa said. Her voice dripped with mockery. Imagine believing a duke would accept someone like you. Soft laughter spread among the nobles. Selene's heart broke. Every face in the room watched her humiliation like entertainment. Vanessa moved closer. You should be grateful, she whispered. At least you were rejected by someone important. More laughter. Selene felt heat rise to her face. Humiliation swallowed her whole. Her wolf howled in pain. The mate bond cracked. Still, Selene looked at Adrian. She searched for even a hint of regret. Anything. But there was nothing. Only ice. Only cruelty. Adrian raised his chin. This matter is finished. His voice echoed through the hall. Remove her. 2 guards moved toward Selene. That was when something inside her broke. No. Not broke. Changed. The pain. The humiliation. The betrayal. It all hardened into something dangerous. Selene slowly lifted her head. Tears still lined her face. But something in her eyes had changed. She looked directly at Adrian. Then she spoke. Her voice was quiet, but sharp enough to silence the room. One day, Duke Adrian. She swallowed. You will regret this. Vanessa laughed loudly. Adrian's expression didn't change. Selene gave him one last look. Then she turned and walked away. Every step felt like agony. But she refused to collapse in front of them. She would not give them that satisfaction. Not Adrian. Not Vanessa. Not anyone. She reached the castle gates. Rain soaked her instantly. The storm outside felt kinder than the people inside. And pain shot through her body. Selene grabbed her stomach. Her breath hitched. Something felt wrong. Very wrong. She stumbled forward. Her vision blurred. She collapsed to her knees in the mud. A strange warmth spread through her lower abdomen. Her wolf stirred. Then came a voice. Ancient. Powerful. Inside her mind. A voice she had never heard before. You carry the heir. Selene froze. Her heart nearly stopped. What? The voice came again. You carry the blood of kings. Lightning split the sky. Selene's eyes widened. No. Impossible. Tears streamed down her face. Her hand shook as she touched her stomach. Pregnant? With Adrian's child? Before she could process anything, a black carriage stopped in front of her. The door opened. A woman stepped out. Tall, regal, terrifyingly powerful. Silver hair, silver eyes. The woman stared at Selene in shock. Then she whispered words that changed everything. "My goddess!" She dropped to one knee in the rain. The guards behind her did the same. Selene stared, completely confused. The woman looked up. Emotion filled her voice. "We've finally found you." Selene's breath caught. The woman lowered her head, then said the impossible. "Your Majesty." Selene stared at the silver-haired woman kneeling in the rain. The woman's words echoed in her mind. "Your Majesty." Selene's lips parted. She looked behind her. Surely the woman was speaking to someone else. But there was no one. Only rain. Only darkness. Only her. "I think you have the wrong person," Selene whispered. The woman lifted her head. Her silver eyes softened. "No," she said gently. "We've spent years searching for you." Selene's heart pounded. Nothing made sense. She had been a servant her entire life. She cleaned floors, served meals, endured insults. Royalty. Impossible. The woman stood. Elegant. Graceful. Powerful. "My name is Helena." She placed a hand over her chest. "I am the High Guardian of the Silver Kingdom." Selene frowned. Silver Kingdom? She had never heard of such a place. Helena's expression darkened. "Your mother hid you to protect you." Selene froze. "What?" Helena took a slow breath. "Your mother was Queen Lyra." Selene's body went still. Her mother? The woman who died when she was little? The woman who always told her she was special? No. This couldn't be real. Helena stepped closer. Queen Lyra ruled the Silver Kingdom. She was feared by enemies and loved by her people. Her voice lowered. But she was betrayed. Selene felt cold. She was hunted. Lightning flashed across the sky. Helena's silver eyes filled with sorrow. To save her unborn child, she ran. Selene's breath caught. "No, no." Helena nodded. "Yes." She looked directly at Selene. "That child was you." The world spun. Selene nearly fell. Everything she knew, everything, was collapsing. A servant, an orphan, a nobody. All lies. Her hand instinctively moved to her stomach. Then she remembered. The voice. The air. Helena's eyes followed the movement. Her expression changed instantly. Sharp. Alert. "Are you hurt?" Selene shook her head. But tears spilled down her face. Her voice cracked. "I think I'm pregnant." Silence. Helena stared. Then her eyes widened. "Pregnant?" The guards exchanged shocked looks. Helena moved fast. She placed her hand over Selene's stomach. The moment contact was made, silver light exploded around them. The air vibrated. Power surged like wildfire. The ground trembled. Helena gasped. Her hand shook. Then tears filled her eyes. "My queen!" She dropped to both knees. The guards followed instantly. All of them lowered their heads. Helena's voice trembled. "The child!" Selene swallowed hard. "What about my child?" Helena looked up. Her voice was filled with awe. "This child carries ancient blood." Selene's heart pounded. Helena continued. "Not only royal blood." She paused, then said the words that froze Selene. "This child is destined to rule." Selene's mind went blank. No. This was too much. Too fast. Pregnant. Royal blood. Future ruler. She could barely breathe. Then, a familiar voice thundered from behind. "Selene." Her body stiffened. She turned. Duke Adrian stood in the rain. His gray eyes burned with fury. Beside him stood Vanessa, her face twisted with rage. Adrian's gaze landed on Helena, then on the kneeling guards. Confusion flashed across his face. What is this? His eyes returned to Selene. You're leaving with strangers? Selene said nothing. Vanessa stepped forward, her voice sharp. She's causing trouble again. Adrian's eyes narrowed. Then he noticed Selene's hand over her stomach. His gaze darkened. What's wrong? Before Selene could answer, Vanessa spoke. Oh, please. She rolled her eyes. She's probably pretending. Selene clenched her fists. Helena slowly stood. A terrifying pressure filled the air. Vanessa instantly fell silent. Adrian stiffened. Even he felt it. Helena looked at him with cold disgust. So. Her voice was dangerously calm. You are the Duke who rejected her. Adrian frowned. And who are you? Helena's silver eyes sharpened. I am someone far above your rank. Silence fell. Even the rain seemed quieter. Adrian's jaw tightened. His pride flared. No one speaks to me that way. Helena gave a humorless smile. You rejected your mate. Her voice turned colder. You humiliated her. She stepped forward. And worst of all, silver power crackled around her. You rejected your queen. Adrian froze. Vanessa laughed. Then stopped. Because no one else was laughing. The guards. Helena. Even Selene. All serious. Adrian stared at Selene. His voice lowered. What is she talking about? Selene met his eyes. This time, no tears. No weakness. Only pain. Only growing strength. You made your choice tonight. Adrian felt something strange. A sudden unease. For the first time, he felt something slipping away. Something important. Vanessa grabbed his arm. This is nonsense. Helena ignored her. She extended her hand toward Selene. My queen. Her voice softened. Come home. Selene looked at Adrian one last time. This man had shattered her. Humiliated her. Rejected her. But now, something inside her had changed. She lifted her chin. Slowly. Gracefully. And placed her hand in Helena's. The moment she did, silver light exploded around her body. Her soaked clothes transformed. A magnificent silver gown appeared. A crown of glowing silver formed above her head. The air trembled. Adrian's eyes widened. Vanessa stumbled backward. No. Selene stood transformed. Radiant. Powerful. Untouchable. For the first time, Adrian could not look away. Regret hit him. Hard. Helena smiled faintly. Then turned toward Adrian. You will remember this night forever. Selene looked at Adrian. Her voice came out calm. Cold. You rejected me. She paused. One day, Duke. Her silver eyes glowed. You will kneel. And with that, she vanished. Adrian stood frozen in the rain. His heartbeat thundered. His wolf growled violently inside him. Pain ripped through his chest. The mate bond. It was weakening. Vanessa grabbed him. Adrian. But he barely heard her. His eyes remained fixed on the empty space where Selene had stood. Something deep inside him screamed. He had made a terrible mistake. A mistake that would destroy him. The silence after Selene disappeared was unbearable. Rain continued pouring over Blackthorn Castle. But Duke Adrian no longer felt the cold. He stood frozen. His chest tightened with every second. Something inside him felt wrong. Terribly wrong. His wolf was restless. Violent. Agitated. It paced wildly inside him, clawing at his control. Go after her. The command thundered through his mind. Adrian clenched his jaw. Impossible. He had made the right choice. He had done what was necessary. A Duke of Blackthorn could not take a servant as his mate. He repeated those words in his mind, again and again. Yet they sounded weaker each time. Vanessa held his arm tightly. Her nails dug into his sleeve. "Adrian, let's go inside." Her voice trembled. For the first time since he met her, Vanessa looked shaken. Adrian said nothing. His gaze remained fixed ahead, the place where Selene had vanished. He could still feel her scent. Soft jasmine, rain, and something new. Something powerful. Something royal. His wolf growled. "Wait." The word hit him like a blade. Vanessa noticed his silence. Her expression darkened. "Adrian." Still nothing. Her voice sharpened. "Adrian." He finally looked at her. The coldness in his eyes made her stomach twist. "What?" Vanessa forced a smile. "She's gone. Good riddance." The words barely left her mouth before Adrian pulled his arm away. Her expression changed. "Fuck." Then anger. "What is wrong with you?" Adrian ignored her. His thoughts were elsewhere. That silver power. That woman. That crown. And Helena's words. "You rejected your queen." "No." Impossible. Selene was nothing. A servant. A nobody. Wasn't she? Inside the castle, whispers spread like wildfire. Every noble in attendance was talking. Some looked terrified. Others confused. Some excited. The gossip had already begun. A servant girl. The Duke's rejected mate. A hidden queen. Adrian stormed into the grand hall. The whispers died instantly. Everyone lowered their gaze. No one dared speak. Adrian scanned the room. "Find out everything." His voice was low. Dangerously low. The head guard stepped forward. "Yes, Your Grace. I want every record." Adrian's eyes hardened. "Every document involving Selene." He paused. "Who she is. Where she came from. Who brought her here." The guard bowed quickly. At once. Vanessa entered behind him. She was furious. But careful. She knew better than to challenge Adrian in this mood. Still, jealousy burned inside her. She walked closer. "You're taking this too seriously." Adrian didn't look at her. Vanessa forced a laugh. "She's just manipulating everyone." Still no response. Her fists tightened. "Adrian." This time, his eyes met hers. Cold. Sharp. "Leave." Vanessa froze. "What?" "I said leave." Her face turned pale. "You're choosing her over me?" His jaw tightened. "I'm choosing silence." That hurt more. Vanessa's expression twisted. Then she turned and stormed away. But inside, panic had begun. Something was changing. And she could feel it. Far away from Blackthorn Castle, Selene sat inside the moving carriage. The rain had stopped. Moonlight spilled across the night. Her hands rested on her stomach. Everything felt unreal. Too unreal. Helena sat across from her. Silent. Watching. Patient. Selene finally broke the silence. "Why me?" Her voice was quiet. Broken. Helena's expression softened. "Because you are the rightful heir." Selene swallowed hard. "That doesn't make sense." Helena nodded. "I know." Selene looked out the window. Her reflection stared back at her. Same face. Same eyes. Yet everything felt different. She touched the silver fabric of her gown. "This." Her voice shook. "This is all too much." Helena leaned forward. "You've lived in darkness your whole life." Her voice was gentle. "But your blood remembers." Selene frowned. "What does that mean?" Helena smiled sadly. "It means the power inside you has been sleeping." Selene looked down at her hands. Power. Queen. Heir. Pregnancy. Everything felt impossible. Tears filled her eyes. Not from fear. From pain. From remembering Adrian's words. I reject you. You are beneath me. Her chest tightened. Helena noticed. Do you love him? Selene froze. Silence. Then tears rolled down her cheeks. She hated that question. Because the answer hurt. Yes. The word broke from her lips. Barely audible. Helena sighed softly. That will change. Selene shook her head. No. Her voice cracked. You don't understand. She pressed a trembling hand to her chest. The bond. Pain flashed across her face. It still hurts. Helena's expression darkened. Because he rejected you cruelly. Selene closed her eyes. I wasn't enough. Helena's voice sharpened. Do not say that. Selene opened her eyes. Helena's silver gaze locked onto hers. He was not worthy. Silence filled the carriage. Then Helena said something unexpected. When Adrian rejected you. She paused. He rejected more than his mate. Selene frowned. Helena continued. He rejected the most powerful bloodline in existence. Selene's breath caught. Helena's voice lowered. And he rejected his own child. Selene's hand flew to her stomach. Her heart pounded. What? Helena nodded slowly. The child you carry. She looked directly at Selene. Is not ordinary. Selene's breathing quickened. Helena's next words changed everything. This child is the first pure-blood royal heir in centuries. Selene stared. Speechless. Helena continued. The power inside your child is immense. Fear crept into Selene's chest. Is my baby in danger? Helena's expression turned grave. Yes. Selene went cold. From who? Helena answered immediately. Anyone who wants power. Silence. Heavy. Terrifying. Then Helena added. Especially Duke Adrian. Selene's eyes widened. No. Her voice came fast. He would never hurt his child. Helena didn't respond. That silence said everything. Selene looked away. Her heart raced. Would Adrian hurt their child? No. Would he use the child? That question scared her more. The carriage slowed. Selene looked outside. Her breath caught. A massive silver kingdom stood before her. Beautiful. Majestic. Towering walls glowed under moonlight. Silver banners danced in the wind. The gates slowly opened. Hundreds of guards lined both sides. As the carriage entered, every person dropped to one knee. Selene froze. Her heartbeat thundered. Men, women, warriors, servants, all kneeling, waiting for her. The carriage stopped. Helena stepped out first. Then she extended her hand. Selene hesitated. Fear gripped her. Helena smiled gently. You are home. Selene slowly stepped out. The moment her feet touched the ground, the entire kingdom bowed lower. Then a voice shouted, All hail the Silver Queen. The sound shook the kingdom. Thousands of voices followed. All hail the Silver Queen. Selene stood frozen. Tears filled her eyes. No one had ever looked at her with respect. No one had ever honored her. No one had ever chosen her. But here, an entire kingdom welcomed her. Then suddenly, a sharp pain shot through her stomach. Selene gasped. Her knees buckled. Helena caught her instantly. Panic spread. My queen. Selene gripped her stomach. The pain intensified. And a terrifying voice echoed inside her mind. Ancient. Dark. Male. I have finally found you. Selene's blood ran cold. The voice returned. Slow. Deadly. And I'm coming for the heir. Selene gasped as the pain in her stomach sharpened. It felt like ice and fire tearing through her at once. Her fingers dug into Helena's arm. The silver courtyard erupted into panic. Royal healers rushed forward. Guards drew their weapons. Helena's face turned pale. "My queen, stay with me." Selene tried to breathe. But that voice, that terrifying voice still echoed in her head. "I'm coming for the heir." Her body trembled. Fear unlike anything she had ever known crawled through her. Not for herself. For her child. Her baby. The pain eased slightly, but the fear remained. Helena quickly helped her inside the palace. The grand doors slammed shut behind them. Healers surrounded Selene immediately. Silver energy filled the chamber. Ancient symbols glowed across the walls. The oldest healer stepped forward. An elderly woman with piercing silver eyes. She placed both hands over Selene's stomach. The room fell silent. Everyone waited. Moments passed. Then the healer stepped back sharply. Shock covered her face. Helena's voice was tight. "What is it?" The healer looked at Selene. Then at Helena. Her lips trembled. "The child." She paused. "The child has awakened." Silence. Selene frowned. "What does that mean?" The healer swallowed. "It means the heir's power has already begun to manifest." Helena stiffened. "That's impossible." The healer shook her head. "Not impossible." Her voice lowered. "Extraordinary." Selene felt lost. Nothing made sense anymore. The healer's gaze softened. "My queen, your child is protecting itself." Selene blinked. "What?" The healer nodded. The moment danger approached, the heir awakened. Helena's expression darkened. "Danger from where?" The healer turned toward the window. Her voice became grave. "Not where." She paused. "Who?" A chill ran through the room. Selene held her stomach protectively. Helena slowly turned back. "You heard the voice?" Selene nodded. Her voice shook. "Yes." Helena's jaw tightened. "Tell me exactly what it said." Selene swallowed. "He said." Her throat felt dry. "I have finally found you." Silence. "And I'm coming for the heir." The room turned deadly quiet. Helena's face lost all color. The healer closed her eyes, as if dreading the truth. Selene noticed. "What?" Her voice rose. "What is it?" Helena didn't answer immediately. That scared Selene even more. Finally, Helena spoke. "There is someone who has hunted your bloodline for years." Selene's heart pounded. Helena's eyes hardened. King Lucian. The name felt heavy, dark, dangerous. Helena continued. "He was once the strongest king in the north." Her voice sharpened. But greed consumed him. Selene listened. Frozen. He wanted power beyond imagination. Helena stepped closer. So he sought the silver bloodline. Selene's breath caught. Helena's next words hit hard. He wanted to control its power. The healer added quietly. "When your mother refused him, he destroyed everything." Selene's heart stopped. "Destroyed?" Helena nodded. "He slaughtered thousands." Tears filled Selene's eyes. "He murdered your mother." The words shattered something inside her. Selene stared, unable to speak. "No, no." Her mother, the woman who protected her, loved her, died because of this monster. Anger began replacing fear. Slowly, dangerously. Her fingers tightened. Helena saw it. Good. Pain could break a queen. Or forge one. Selene's voice came out cold. "Where is he?" Helena frowned. "We don't know." Selene's silver eyes glowed faintly. But the next second, a guard burst into the chamber. Panic covered his face. "My queen!" Helena turned sharply. What happened? The guard struggled to breathe. We received word from Blackthorn. Selene froze. Blackthorn. Adrian. Helena's voice turned sharp. Speak. The guard swallowed. Duke Adrian is coming. Silence. Selene's entire body stiffened.
No.
Helena narrowed her eyes. For what purpose? The guard answered quickly. He's demanding an audience. Selene's heartbeat thundered. Her emotions exploded all at once.
Pain.
Anger.
Love.
Hatred. Regret. Why was he coming? Why now? Helena looked furious. Deny him. The guard hesitated. He says he will not leave. Helena's silver aura burst violently. I do not care. But Selene suddenly spoke. No. The room turned toward her. Helena frowned. My queen. Selene slowly rose from the bed. Despite the pain. Despite everything. Her expression had changed. No tears. No weakness. Only steel. Let him come. Helena stared. Selene. I said let him come. Even Selene noticed it. The shift in her own voice.
Come.
Sharp. Royal. Powerful. Helena studied her carefully. Then gave a slow nod. As you wish. Hours later. Duke Adrian Blackthorn entered the Silver Palace. The moment he stepped inside, every instinct in his body screamed danger. This kingdom was powerful. Ancient. Different. Even the air felt heavier. Silver guards surrounded him. Watching. Ready to kill if necessary. Adrian ignored them. His focus was elsewhere. Selene. The bond had weakened. But not broken. He could still feel her. Still sense her. That alone brought relief. Then the palace doors opened. Selene entered. Adrian's breath caught. He forgot how to breathe. She looked nothing like the broken girl from Blackthorn.
No.
This woman was untouchable. She wore a silver gown that shimmered like moonlight. A crown rested on her head. Her silver eyes held power. Grace. Danger. Adrian felt something twist painfully inside him. Regret. Real regret. Selene walked toward her throne. Then sat. Without looking away from him. The silence stretched. Adrian finally spoke. Selene. Her expression didn't change. No warmth. Nothing. His chest tightened. He took one step forward. Then froze. Because Helena's voice sliced through the air. One more step and you die. Adrian's jaw tightened. His gaze remained locked on Selene. I came to talk. Selene finally spoke. Talk. Her voice was calm.
Cold.
Adrian hated how distant she sounded. Yes. Selene leaned slightly into her throne. Then speak. Adrian stared at her. He had rehearsed words. Countless words. But now, nothing came out right. Finally, he said, Come back. The entire room fell silent. Selene blinked once. Then laughed. Softly. But the sound held no joy. Adrian's chest tightened. Selene looked at him. Cold amusement in her eyes. You traveled all this way. She paused. To say that. Adrian's voice lowered. I made a mistake. Gasps filled the hall. Helena looked disgusted. Selene remained unreadable. Adrian continued. You belong with me. That was the wrong thing to say. Everyone felt it. Selene's eyes turned icy. With you. She rose slowly. Power radiated from her. You rejected me. Her voice echoed through the chamber. You humiliated me. She took one step forward. You called me weak. Another step. You said I was beneath you. Adrian said nothing, because every word was true. Selene stopped, now directly before him. Her silver eyes locked onto his. You don't get to come here and claim me. Adrian's jaw tightened. His wolf growled in pain. Selene's voice dropped lower. More dangerous. You lost that right. Adrian looked into her eyes. For the first time, he saw no love there. Only hurt. Selene grabbed his wrist. Adrian froze. The moment she touched him, a powerful vision exploded inside his mind. A child. Silver eyes. Running. Laughing. Then blood. Screaming. Darkness. A male voice laughing. Adrian jerked back violently. His breathing turned ragged. Shock filled his face. Selene stepped back. Her expression unreadable. Adrian stared at her. Then at her stomach. His eyes widened. No. No way. His voice came out broken. Selene. He barely managed the words. Are you pregnant? The entire throne room fell silent. No one moved. No one breathed. Adrian stared at Selene as if the world had stopped. His eyes were fixed on her stomach. Waiting. Hoping. Fearing. Selene said nothing. That silence was torture. Adrian took a slow step forward. Helena instantly moved. Silver energy crackled around her hands. One more step, Duke. Her voice carried deadly warning. Adrian ignored her. His eyes never left Selene. Answer me. His voice had changed. The arrogance was gone. The cold pride was gone. For the first time, there was something raw in his tone. Desperation. Selene noticed. And hated that a part of her still felt something. She straightened. Her face remained unreadable. Yes. One word. That was all. But it hit Adrian harder than any blade. He froze. His heartbeat thundered violently. Pregnant. Selene was pregnant. With his child. 1,000 memories flashed in his mind. The bond. Their night together. The connection. The way her wolf responded to his. His chest tightened painfully. He had rejected her. Humiliated her. Cast her away. While she carried his child. A dangerous storm exploded inside him. Regret. Rage. Not at Selene. At himself. Vanessa's lies. His pride. His arrogance. Everything crashed onto him at once. Selene watched his reaction. No sympathy touched her face. Nothing. Adrian's voice came out hoarse. How far along? Selene's gaze sharpened. That is none of your concern. Adrian clenched his fists. It is my concern. Helena laughed coldly. Interesting. Her eyes narrowed. You remembered your responsibilities very quickly. Adrian ignored her. His gaze remained fixed on Selene. His wolf had gone wild. Protect her. Protect the child. The instinct roared through him. Stronger than anything he had ever felt. Then Selene spoke. Each word calm. Each word sharp. You rejected me. Adrian swallowed. Selene continued. You rejected us. The words struck like thunder. Not just her. The child too. Adrian's breathing grew heavier. Selene stepped closer. Her silver eyes glowed faintly. When I stood broken before you. Her voice trembled for the first time. Not from weakness. From pain. You didn't hesitate. Adrian's chest ached. Selene's voice sharpened. You didn't care. Another step. You didn't ask questions. Another step. You didn't look back. Now she stood directly before him. Close enough for him to feel her warmth. Yet impossibly far away. Selene looked straight into his eyes. You destroyed me. Silence crushed the room. Adrian had faced war. Bloodshed. Death. Nothing had ever hit him like those words. Because he knew they were true. He had broken her. Selene's voice softened. That made it worse. I begged fate to be kind to me. Tears glistened in her eyes. But fate gave me you. Adrian's heart shattered. He reached toward her. Slowly. Carefully. But Selene stepped back. The movement cut deeper than a blade. Adrian lowered his hand. Pain flashed in his gray eyes. Selene. His voice broke. Something rare. Something impossible. The mighty Duke Adrian Blackthorn looked broken. I was wrong. Selene's face remained cold. Adrian continued. I made the greatest mistake of my life. Helena folded her arms. Unimpressed. Selene said nothing. Adrian took a breath. Then said words no one expected. I'm sorry. Gasps filled the room. Helena narrowed her eyes. Even Selene froze. Sorry. The ruthless Duke? Apologizing. Adrian's gaze never wavered. I cannot undo what I did. His voice was low, heavy. But I will spend the rest of my life fixing it. Selene's expression hardened again. Too late. Far too late. Before she could respond, the palace doors burst open. A guard rushed in. Panic covered his face. My queen. Helena turned sharply. What happened? The guard looked terrified. We captured a spy. Silence. Helena's face darkened instantly. Whose spy? The guard swallowed. His answer chilled the entire room. King Lucian's. Selene felt cold. The guard continued. He carried a message. Helena's voice sharpened. Read it. The guard opened the sealed parchment. His hands shook. Then he read aloud. To the Silver Queen. The room went still. The guard continued. I know about the heir. Selene's blood turned to ice. The guard's voice trembled. I will come soon. Silence. And I will take what belongs to me. The guard looked up. Fear filled his face. One more line. Helena's jaw tightened. Read it. The guard swallowed hard. He says. His voice nearly failed. He says the Duke will die first. Every eye in the room shifted to Adrian. Silence. Heavy. Terrifying. Selene's breathing quickened. Lucian knew. He knew about the child. And now. He was targeting Adrian. Adrian's expression darkened instantly. No fear. Only lethal calm. Helena watched him carefully. Selene's emotions twisted. Why did that message bother her? Why did fear rise inside her? She hated it. She hated that despite everything. The thought of Adrian dying hurt. Adrian looked at the message. Then slowly lifted his gaze. His eyes met Selene's. His voice was calm. Dangerously calm. He wants a war. Helena's silver aura flared. Then he will get one. The palace shook. Suddenly, a terrifying dark energy crashed into the kingdom. Everyone froze. The windows shattered. Screams erupted outside. Guards shouted. Chaos exploded. Selene grabbed her stomach. Pain shot through her again. No. Not now. A voice boomed across the kingdom. Dark. Ancient. Merciless. I'm here. Selene's heart stopped. King Lucian. The voice echoed again, filled with cruel amusement. Bring me the queen. Adrian's eyes sharpened. Helena's face turned deadly. And the palace roof exploded. Stone crashed everywhere. Dark smoke poured into the throne room. A figure descended slowly from the darkness. Tall. Terrifying. Wrapped in black armor. Silver scars crossed his face. His eyes glowed crimson. He smiled. Cold. Cruel. Victorious. King Lucian had arrived. His gaze landed on Selene, then dropped to her stomach. A terrifying smile spread across his face. Well. His voice dripped with satisfaction. There you are. The throne room fell into deadly silence. Dust and smoke filled the air. Broken stone littered the floor. No one moved. No one dared breathe. King Lucian stood at the center of the destruction like death itself. Dark power rolled off him in violent waves. Even the strongest guards struggled to remain steady. His crimson eyes remained locked on Selene. Not Adrian. Not Helena. Selene. His smile widened. Slow. Terrifying. So this is Queen Lyra's daughter. His voice echoed through the shattered hall. Selene held her ground, even as fear clawed at her chest. Lucian tilted his head. Then his gaze moved to her stomach. His smile deepened. And carrying something precious. Adrian instantly moved. He stepped in front of Selene, shielding her. The action was so fast that even Selene barely registered it. Lucian chuckled. Well. He looked amused. This is unexpected. His gaze settled on Adrian. The Duke. Adrian's voice came out cold. Take one more step. Lucian laughed. A deep, mocking laugh. And what will you do? Adrian's gray eyes hardened. Kill you. The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Lucian's amusement faded slightly. Helena stepped beside Adrian. Silver energy exploded around her. Then every silver guard raised their weapons. Lucian looked around, unimpressed. You really think this is enough? His aura surged. Several guards were thrown backward instantly. Selene's heart pounded. This man was terrifying. No wonder everyone feared him. Lucian looked at Selene again. His expression softened. But it wasn't kindness. It was obsession. You look like your mother. Selene clenched her fists. Rage replaced fear. You killed her. Lucian's expression remained calm. Yes. The answer came so casually that the room froze. Selene's breathing sharpened. Lucian continued. She was stubborn. His crimson eyes gleamed. She refused to give me what I wanted. Selene's voice shook with fury. So you murdered her? Lucian smiled. She made her choice. Selene's silver eyes flared. Power surged through her. For the first time, everyone felt it. Raw. Ancient. Royal. Lucian's smile vanished. His eyes narrowed. Then something shocking happened. He looked pleased. Very pleased. Excellent. Selene frowned. Lucian's voice lowered. The power is awakening. Helena's face darkened. That was bad. Very bad. Lucian wanted Selene angry. He wanted her power active. Selene took one step forward. Adrian immediately blocked her. No. His voice was firm. Selene glared at him. Move. Adrian didn't budge. He wants you emotional. Selene's jaw tightened. Lucian chuckled. He's smarter than I expected. Adrian ignored him. His focus stayed on Selene. You stay behind me. Selene almost laughed. Behind him? After everything? Yet something in his expression stopped her. He wasn't commanding her. He was protecting her. Lucian's smile returned. How touching! His gaze turned cold. But pointless. Then he moved. Fast. Too fast. In 1 second he stood across the room. In the next, he was directly in front of Selene. Gasps erupted. Selene's eyes widened. Adrian reacted instantly. He slammed into Lucian with brutal force. The collision shook the entire palace. Stone cracked. Walls trembled. Lucian barely moved. Adrian's eyes widened. Impossible. Lucian smirked. Then punched Adrian. The impact sent Adrian flying across the hall. He crashed into a stone pillar. The pillar shattered. Selene's heart stopped. Adrian. The name escaped before she could stop it. Lucian noticed. His smile sharpened. Interesting. Very interesting. Adrian rose slowly. Blood ran from the corner of his mouth. But his eyes remained cold. Deadly. Lucian looked impressed. You survived. Adrian wiped the blood away, then smiled. Cold. Dangerous. You hit like an old man. The insult echoed through the hall. Lucian's crimson eyes darkened. Helena almost smiled. Good. Adrian was provoking him. Lucian hated disrespect. Lucian's aura exploded. This time the force cracked the floor. His patience vanished. I've had enough. He raised his hand toward Selene. Dark energy formed. Selene froze. Then, a silver barrier exploded around her. Lucian's attack slammed into it. The entire room shook. Selene blinked, confused, then realized. Her stomach. Silver light glowed around her womb. The baby. The air had protected her. Lucian stared. Shock flashed across his face. Then hunger. Pure hunger. Incredible. His voice turned almost reverent. The Dark King looked obsessed. I must have that power. Selene's protective instinct exploded. Her fear vanished. Only fury remained. No one would touch her child. No one. Silver energy erupted from her body. Wild. Violent. Beautiful. The entire throne room glowed. Helena's eyes widened. The guards dropped to one knee. Even Adrian froze. Selene slowly lifted into the air. Silver flames surrounded her. Her hair moved like liquid moonlight. Her silver eyes glowed brilliantly. Lucian stared, shocked for the first time. Selene's voice echoed. No longer soft. No longer broken. It carried ancient power. You want my child? The room trembled. Lucian said nothing. Selene's power surged higher. Silver flames roared. Her voice became terrifying. Then come and take him. Silence. Then Lucian smiled. Slowly. Darkly. Now. His crimson eyes gleamed. This is the queen I was waiting for. Then he raised both hands. Darkness swallowed the room. Silver and black power collided violently. The palace shook. The kingdom trembled. Outside, the sky split between darkness and silver light. War had begun. Silver light and dark energy crashed into each other with terrifying force. The palace trembled. Windows shattered. The sky above the kingdom roared with thunder. Selene floated in the air, wrapped in blazing silver flames. Across from her stood King Lucian, surrounded by darkness. Power surged between them like a storm. No one dared move. Not Helena. Not the guards. Not even Adrian. Everyone could feel it. This battle would change everything. Lucian struck first. Dark spears formed in the air. Hundreds of them. They shot toward Selene. Fast. Deadly. Selene reacted instinctively. She lifted her hand. Silver shields appeared instantly. The spears slammed into them. Explosions echoed across the palace. Smoke filled the hall. Lucian attacked again. Relentless. Dark chains burst from the floor. They raced toward Selene. She moved faster. Silver flames burned through them. Chain after chain melted. Lucian narrowed his eyes. She was learning too quickly. Far too quickly. Selene's heart pounded. She had never fought before. Yet her body moved like it remembered. As if ancient power guided her. Lucian attacked from behind. He moved like a shadow. But before he reached her, Adrian appeared. He intercepted Lucian with a devastating punch. The force sent both men crashing through the hall. Selene gasped. Adrian and Lucian exchanged brutal blows. Each hit shook the palace. Adrian fought like a monster. Ruthless. Precise. Merciless. Lucian grinned. Excited. At last, a worthy fight. Selene watched in shock. Adrian was bleeding. Bruised. But he refused to back down. Every time Lucian moved toward her, Adrian stopped him. Again. And again. And again. Lucian jumped back, breathing heavily. Then he laughed. A dark, amused laugh. Adrian's chest rose and fell. His eyes stayed sharp. Lucian tilted his head. You really would die for her? Adrian answered instantly. Yes. The word stunned everyone. Selene froze. Her heart skipped. Lucian's smile widened. How pathetic. Adrian's expression hardened. Lucian's eyes shifted toward Selene. Then he spoke. And yet, he smiled cruelly. She doesn't know the truth. Selene frowned. Truth? Adrian stiffened. Lucian noticed. Perfect. He smiled wider. Yes. His voice turned poisonous. Let's fix that. Adrian's voice thundered. Don't. Lucian laughed. Oh, now you're afraid? Selene's eyes moved between them. Her heartbeat quickened. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Lucian looked directly at her. Did he tell you why he rejected you? Selene's breathing slowed. Adrian's fists clenched. Lucian smirked. I'll take that as a no. Selene's voice sharpened. What is he talking about? Adrian didn't answer. That silence felt dangerous. Lucian's smile grew cruel. He didn't reject you because you were weak. Selene froze. Lucian continued. He rejected you because someone made sure he would. Silence crashed through the hall. Selene stared. No. What? Adrian's jaw tightened. Lucian laughed softly. Yes. He pointed toward the entrance. Bring her in. The palace doors opened. Guards dragged someone forward. A woman. Crying. Shaking. Selene's breath caught. Vanessa. Adrian's eyes turned ice-cold. Vanessa collapsed to the floor. Terrified. Lucian smiled. Your lovely fiancé. Vanessa shook violently. Adrian. Her voice broke. Please. Lucian cut her off. Tell them. Vanessa sobbed. Selene's heart pounded. Tell them what? Lucian's voice darkened. Now. Vanessa broke. Completely. She fell to her knees. Tears streamed down her face. It was me. Silence. Total silence. Vanessa cried harder. I did it. Selene felt cold. What did you do? Vanessa couldn't stop shaking. I lied to Adrian. Adrian's face became terrifyingly still. Vanessa looked at Selene. Guilt and fear twisted across her face. I told him you were using him. Selene stared. Vanessa continued through tears. I told him you were plotting to trap him with the mate bond. Adrian's breathing slowed. Dangerously slow. Vanessa sobbed. I forged letters. Selene's hands trembled. No. Vanessa cried harder. I paid servants. Her voice cracked. I made sure he believed you were manipulating him. Selene's heart shattered. Adrian closed his eyes. Pain tore through him. Lucian watched with satisfaction. Beautiful. Vanessa's final confession destroyed everything. I was afraid he'd choose you. She screamed through tears. So I ruined you first. Selene stood frozen. Every painful memory returned. The rejection. The humiliation. The cruelty. All because of lies. Adrian slowly opened his eyes. The fury there terrified everyone. Vanessa saw it. And broke. She crawled toward him. Adrian, please. He stepped back. As if disgusted. Vanessa's face collapsed. No. Adrian's voice came out low. Deadly. You destroyed everything. Vanessa sobbed. I love you. Adrian's roar shook the palace. That is not love. Vanessa flinched violently. Selene watched. Speechless. Part of her felt relief. Part of her felt rage. Part of her felt empty. Lucian clapped slowly. Mocking. Cruel. What a tragic love story. Adrian turned toward him. Murder burned in his eyes. Lucian smiled. Now that truth is out. His crimson gaze landed on Selene. Come with me willingly. Selene's silver eyes flared. Never. Lucian sighed. Then smiled. A pity. He raised his hand. Dark energy exploded toward Vanessa. She screamed. Adrian moved instantly. Too late. The attack pierced Vanessa's chest. Silence. Vanessa's eyes widened. Blood spilled down her dress. She collapsed. Dead. Selene gasped. Adrian froze. Lucian looked bored. She served her purpose. Rage exploded inside Adrian. Pure rage. Uncontrollable rage. His wolf roared louder than ever before. Then something shocking happened. Adrian's body erupted with power. Dark gray flames burst around him. The floor cracked. The walls trembled. Helena's eyes widened. Impossible. Lucian stopped smiling. For the first time. He looked alarmed. Adrian slowly lifted his head. His gray eyes had changed. They now glowed with silver mixed with black. Ancient power awakened inside him. Lucian whispered, "No." Helena stared in disbelief. Then realization struck. Her voice barely came out. "That's impossible." Selene turned. Confused. Helena looked at Adrian. Shock filled her face. Then she said words that stunned everyone. "He carries silver blood." The entire throne room fell silent. Not even the sound of collapsing stone mattered anymore. Everyone stared at Adrian. Gray and silver flames burned around his body. Raw power poured from him. Wild. Ancient. Uncontrolled. Selene could barely breathe. Her eyes stayed fixed on him. Silver blood? No. That made no sense. Adrian was Duke Adrian Blackthorn. Feared ruler of Blackthorn. Cold. Proud. Untouchable. Helena slowly stepped forward. Her silver eyes widened with disbelief. "This aura." Her voice shook. "I know this aura." Lucian's crimson eyes darkened. For the first time since arriving, he looked genuinely unsettled. Adrian lifted his head. His breathing was rough. Violent energy surged through him. He looked confused, as if he didn't understand what was happening to him. Selene took one cautious step forward. "Adrian." The moment she said his name, his glowing eyes shifted toward her. Something changed. The violent energy eased slightly. Lucian saw it, and understood. His expression turned ugly. Very ugly. "No." The word came out sharp. Lucian stared at Adrian. Then slowly, recognition hit. His face twisted. "Impossible." Helena's voice came low. "What do you know?" Lucian didn't answer. His jaw tightened. Helena's expression sharpened. Then suddenly, her eyes widened. A buried memory surfaced. A child. A burning palace. Blood. Screaming. A stolen heir. Helena's face lost color. "No, no." She looked at Adrian again. Then at Lucian. Then realization struck like lightning. Her voice trembled. "You." Everyone turned to Helena. Her eyes burned with fury. "You took him." Silence. Selene frowned. "What is she talking about?" Helena's hands trembled. She pointed at Lucian. Years of grief and rage flooded her face. "He stole a royal child." Selene froze. Lucian's silence confirmed everything. Helena's voice broke. "During the massacre." Her silver eyes filled with pain. One child disappeared. Adrian stood motionless, still processing. Helena whispered, "The prince." The room stopped breathing. Selene stared. "No. No way." Helena looked directly at Adrian. Tears filled her eyes. "You were never meant to become Duke Adrian Blackthorn." Silence. heavy, shattering. Helena's next words changed everything. You are Prince Adrian Silverthorn. Selene's breath caught. The world tilted. Adrian froze. Every emotion vanished from his face. Prince. Lucian's expression hardened. His silence was enough. It was true. Selene looked at Adrian. Shock flooded her. Her mate, the man who rejected her, was silver royalty. Helena's voice trembled. Lucian murdered your family. Adrian's fists clenched. Fragments flashed in his mind. Fire. Screams. Blood. A woman crying. A child running. His head exploded with pain. He staggered. Selene rushed toward him instinctively. Adrian nearly collapsed. She caught him. The moment she touched him, a violent memory tore through both of them. A palace burning in silver flames. A little boy screaming. A woman kneeling before him. Beautiful. Silver-haired. Crying. She touched the child's face. Her voice trembling. You must live. The child cried. She kissed his forehead. Then shoved him into a servant's arms. Run. Dark soldiers stormed the room. And Lucian entered. Smiling. Cold. Cruel. The woman turned. Power exploded around her. Silver flames filled the palace. The vision shattered. Selene gasped. Adrian fell to one knee. His breathing was ragged. Tears burned in his eyes. The memories were back. All of them. He remembered. Everything. Lucian watched. Expression unreadable. Adrian slowly lifted his head. When he looked at Lucian, there was no confusion left. Only hatred. Pure hatred. Lucian sighed. Then shrugged. So. His crimson gaze narrowed. You remember. Adrian rose slowly. His entire body trembled with fury. You killed them. Lucian remained calm. Yes. The answer came easily. Casually. As if discussing weather. Adrian's silver-black aura exploded violently. The palace shook. Selene had never seen rage like this. Lucian smiled faintly. You should thank me. The room froze. Adrian's expression turned deadly. Lucian continued. I made you stronger. That did it. Adrian moved. Fast. Faster than anyone could track. He slammed into Lucian with devastating force. The impact shattered the floor. Both men disappeared through the palace wall. Outside, the kingdom erupted. Adrian and Lucian clashed under the storm. Silver-black flames collided with darkness. Each strike shook the earth. Selene ran to the broken wall. Her heart pounded. Adrian fought like death itself. No hesitation. No restraint. Lucian attacked viciously. Dark power exploded around him. But Adrian kept coming. Relentless. Helena appeared beside Selene. Her expression grave. This is bad. Selene looked at her. What? Helena's voice tightened. Adrian is fighting with rage. Selene frowned. Helena continued. If rage consumes him. Her voice dropped. He will lose control. Selene's heart tightened. Outside, Adrian roared. The sound shook the kingdom. His power surged again. Higher. Wilder. More dangerous. Lucian smiled. He saw it. He wanted it. He wanted Adrian consumed. Selene suddenly understood. Her eyes widened. He's provoking him. Helena nodded. Yes. Selene's heart pounded. If Adrian lost control, Lucian would win. Outside, Lucian laughed loudly. Your mother screamed beautifully. The words echoed. Adrian froze. Then exploded. His power went wild. Completely wild. Silver-black flames swallowed the battlefield. Lucian smiled. Perfect. Selene's breath caught. No. Adrian was losing himself. She looked at Helena, then back at Adrian. Without hesitation, she ran. Helena shouted, "Selene!" But Selene was already moving. Straight toward the battlefield. Straight toward the chaos. Straight toward Adrian. Wind tore violently across the battlefield. Silver-black flames swallowed everything around Adrian. The ground cracked beneath his feet. Trees collapsed. Stone shattered. His aura had become terrifying. Unstable. Wild. Dangerous. Even Lucian had stepped back. Not from fear. From calculation. He watched Adrian carefully. Waiting. Watching the rage consume him. Adrian's chest rose and fell violently. His breathing had turned rough. Broken. His glowing eyes no longer looked fully human. They were becoming something else. Something monstrous. Something ancient. Lucian smiled. Cruel and patient. Yes. His voice echoed. Give in. Adrian barely heard him. His mind was drowning. Fire. Pain. Hatred. His mother's scream repeated endlessly inside his head. Your mother screamed beautifully. The words kept tearing through him. Again. 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 His power surged higher. Silver-black flames erupted violently. Guards nearby were thrown backward. Even Helena struggled to maintain her footing. Selene ran straight into the chaos. The pressure slammed against her like a wall. But she kept moving. Her heart pounded wildly. Adrian. She could feel it. He was slipping away. If she was too late. She refused to finish that thought. Helena shouted from behind. Selene, stop. But Selene didn't stop. Lucian noticed her. His smile widened. Interesting. Very interesting. Selene finally reached Adrian. She stood directly before him. Small compared to the storm around him. But unshaken. Adrian. He didn't respond. His power kept exploding outward. His eyes glowed with dangerous intensity. Lucian watched closely. This was the moment. Would Adrian attack her? Would rage consume everything? Selene stepped closer. Heat burned against her skin. Pain shot through her body. Phil. She moved. Adrian. Nothing. No response. Tears filled her eyes. No. She wouldn't lose him. Not like this. She took another step. Then another. Until she stood right in front of him. The storm around Adrian became violent. Deadly. Lucian smiled wider. Yes. Lose control. Kill her. Destroy everything. Selene reached out. Her hands trembled. But her voice stayed steady. Look at me. Adrian's breathing grew rougher. His power surged again. The ground split. Selene's heart raced. Still no response. She swallowed hard. Then said the only thing she could. The truth. Raw. Painful. Honest. I still love you. Silence. Everything stopped. Even Lucian's smile faltered. Adrian froze. His violent aura flickered. Selene's tears fell. I tried to hate you. Her voice broke. I wanted to hate you. Her hand slowly reached toward his face. Adrian remained frozen. His glowing eyes locked onto her. Conflicted. Fighting. Selene's voice shook. You hurt me. A tear rolled down her cheek. You broke me. Adrian's breathing slowed slightly. Selene continued. You shattered my heart. Lucian's expression darkened. No. This was bad. Very bad. Selene stepped closer. Her hand finally touched Adrian's face. The moment skin met skin. Silver light exploded between them. A pulse of energy swept across the battlefield. Adrian's body stiffened. His eyes widened. Selene looked into his eyes. No fear. Only truth. Only love. Only pain. Then she whispered, But I still love you. The words shattered something inside Adrian. All the rage, all the pain, all the darkness. It cracked. Memories flooded him. Selene smiling. Selene laughing. Selene looking at him with soft eyes. The mate bond. Their connection. Everything came crashing back. And a tiny heartbeat echoed through the bond. Adrian froze. The baby. His child. He felt it. Small. Alive. Connected to both of them. A wave of emotion hit him so hard his knees nearly buckled. His child. His mate. His family. He almost destroyed them. Horror slammed into him. The flames around him began fading. His breathing slowed. The madness in his eyes weakened. Selene felt it instantly. He was coming back. Adrian slowly lifted a shaking hand. He touched Selene's face, as if afraid she wasn't real. Tears filled his eyes. Real tears. Raw. Broken. Selene. His voice cracked. Pain flooded his expression. I'm sorry. Selene broke. Tears spilled freely. For all the pain. All the loss. All the love. Adrian pulled her into his arms. Carefully. As if she were the most precious thing in existence. Selene trembled against him. For one brief moment. The chaos disappeared. It was just them. Their bond glowed. Silver light surrounded them both. Lucian stared. Fury exploded across his face. No. His voice thundered. No. Dark energy erupted violently. The sky turned black. Lucian's patience shattered. Rage consumed him. He raised both hands. A massive sphere of darkness formed above him. The kingdom shook. Helena's eyes widened. Pure destruction. If that attack landed, thousands would die. Lucian roared. If I can't have the heir. His crimson eyes burned with madness. Then everyone dies. Selene turned sharply. Adrian's eyes hardened instantly. The softness vanished. Now they burned with deadly focus. Selene and Adrian looked at each other. No words needed. No hesitation. They understood. Together. Adrian stepped beside Selene. Selene stood beside Adrian. Silver light erupted from her. Silver-black flames ignited around him. The mate bond glowed brilliantly. Their powers began merging. Helena stared. Astonished. Ancient markings lit up beneath them. Lucian's eyes widened. No. Impossible. The combined aura exploded skyward. Power unlike anything seen in centuries filled the battlefield. Selene's silver flames wrapped around Adrian's dark power. Perfect balance. Perfect unity. Lucian's face changed. For the first time. True fear appeared. Adrian's voice came out cold. Lethal. You're finished. Selene's silver eyes glowed. Her voice echoed beside his. You lose tonight. Lucian's giant sphere of darkness descended. Adrian and Selene raised their hands together. Then unleashed everything. The sky exploded. Silver light and darkness collided with catastrophic force. The blast shook the entire kingdom. Mountains trembled. Windows shattered for miles. The ground cracked in every direction. No one could look directly at the battlefield. The power was too immense. Too blinding. Too destructive. Helena raised a protective barrier over the kingdom. Even then, the impact nearly broke it. At the center of the storm stood Selene and Adrian. Side by side. Their powers fully merged. Silver flames wrapped around black fire. Perfect balance. Perfect unity. Lucian roared as he poured more power into his attack. Darkness spread wildly, destroying everything in its path. Selene gritted her teeth. The force pushed against them. Heavy. Brutal. Adrian stepped forward. His jaw locked. Power exploded from him again. The pressure shifted. Lucian's eyes widened. Impossible. Selene felt Adrian struggling. Without hesitation, she reached for his hand. The moment their fingers locked, the mate bond erupted. Brilliant light burst from their joined hands. Ancient symbols formed in the sky. Helena gasped. She recognized them. The royal bond. The oldest power of the silver bloodline. Lost for centuries. Lucian's face twisted in horror. No. His voice cracked. No. Selene and Adrian moved as one. Perfect synchronization. Their powers surged to impossible heights. The battlefield lit with divine silver light. Lucian began losing ground. Slowly. Then rapidly. His dark sphere cracked. A fracture spread across it. Then another. Lucian panicked. No. He pushed harder. Desperately. But it was too late. Selene's voice echoed. Strong. Royal. You murdered my mother. Lucian staggered. Adrian's voice followed. Cold. Merciless. You destroyed my family. The combined power intensified. Lucian screamed as the darkness around him shattered. Cracks spread through his attack. Then everything broke. The dark sphere exploded. Lucian was thrown backward. He crashed violently into the ground. The earth split beneath him. Dust filled the battlefield. Silence followed. Heavy. Shocking. Lucian slowly pushed himself up. Blood ran from his mouth. His armor cracked. His breathing turned ragged. For the first time in decades, he looked weak. Selene stared. This monster, this murderer, was finally bleeding. Lucian looked up. Hatred burned in his crimson eyes. Then he smiled. Selene frowned. Why was he smiling? Lucian laughed. Low at first. Then louder. Adrian's eyes narrowed. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Lucian slowly rose. His blood dripped onto the broken earth. Then the ground beneath him began glowing. Dark symbols. Ancient symbols. Helena's face turned white. No. Selene turned. What? Helena's voice trembled. He prepared a death seal. Adrian's expression darkened. Lucian laughed again. His smile had turned insane. If I fall... Dark energy erupted from beneath him. The seal expanded rapidly. Everyone falls with me. Selene's blood ran cold. The seal spread toward the kingdom. Fast. Too fast. Helena screamed. Stop him. Adrian moved instantly. Lucian raised his hand. Dark chains exploded from the seal. They wrapped around Adrian. Locked him in place. Selene attacked. Silver flames tore through the chains. But more appeared. Lucian's laughter echoed. You're too late. The seal expanded faster. The entire kingdom was seconds away from destruction. Panic spread. People screamed. Guards shouted. Children cried. Selene's heart pounded wildly. No. There had to be a way. There had to. Then a voice echoed inside her. Ancient. Soft. Familiar. Selene froze. Her breath caught. Mother. The voice was gentle. Powerful. Clear. The heir. Selene's eyes widened. The baby. The voice returned. The child carries pure royal light. Understanding hit her instantly. Her hand moved to her stomach. The baby. Her child. The pure heir. Adrian saw the shift in her face. His eyes widened. No. Selene looked at him. Tears filled her eyes. She understood now. There was only one way. Adrian's voice thundered. No. Selene's heart shattered. She forced a small smile. Then whispered. Trust me. Adrian struggled violently. Panic filled his face. No. He knew that look. He knew what she was about to do. Selene stepped toward the spreading seal. Silver light began surrounding her body. Bright. Pure. Beautiful. Lucian's smile vanished. "What are you doing?" Selene's silver eyes glowed brilliantly. Her voice echoed with royal authority. "Ending this." The baby's heartbeat pulsed. Silver light poured from her womb. Lucian's face twisted in terror. No. Real fear. Real panic. He finally understood. Selene raised both hands. The pure silver light exploded across the battlefield. The dark seal stopped, then began shrinking. Lucian screamed. "No!" Selene pushed more power. Her body trembled violently. The light grew brighter. Lucian screamed louder. Darkness began burning away. Adrian roared. "Selene!" Helpless rage consumed him. He fought the chains like a madman. Tears filled his eyes. Selene looked at him. One last time. Softly. Lovingly. Then she whispered, "I love you." The light exploded. Everything vanished into blinding silver. The world disappeared into silver light. No sound. No movement. Only endless brightness. For one terrifying moment, everything ceased to exist. Then, silence shattered. Adrian's roar tore across the battlefield. Selene. The chains around him exploded. Silver-black flames erupted violently. Nothing could hold him anymore. Nothing. He broke free and rushed toward the fading light. His heart pounded with pure terror. No, no, no. Not her. Not Selene. Anything but that. The silver light slowly began fading. The battlefield came back into view. Broken earth. Ruined stone. Smoke. And at the center, Selene. She stood motionless, wrapped in fading silver light. Lucian was on his knees before her, screaming. His dark aura had vanished. His body was breaking apart. Cracks of silver light spread across his skin. His face twisted in horror. No. His voice trembled. Impossible. This couldn't be happening. Selene lowered her glowing hand. Her silver eyes were cold. Powerful. Lucian looked up at her. Fear filled his crimson eyes. Real fear. The kind he had caused in others for decades. Now it belonged to him. Selene's voice came out steady. You lost. Lucian shook violently. No. Selene stepped closer. Every movement carried authority. Grace. Power. Lucian tried to rise. His body failed. He collapsed again. Broken. Defeated. Selene stood over him. Her gaze never wavered. This ends tonight. Lucian's breathing turned ragged. He looked at her. Then laughed weakly. Even now. Still cruel. Still bitter. You think you've won? Blood spilled from his mouth. His broken laughter continued. Selene remained expressionless. Lucian's eyes darkened. You're too late. Selene frowned. Lucian smiled. A dying smile. Then he whispered. The poison. Selene's heart skipped. What? Lucian laughed again. Weak. Cruel. His eyes moved to her stomach. Selene froze. No. Lucian's voice came like venom. Did you really think I wouldn't plan for the heir? Fear slammed into Selene's chest. Her hand flew to her stomach. The baby. Lucian grinned through blood. When my darkness touched you. His smile widened. The poison entered. Selene's blood ran cold. No, no. Lucian watched the fear in her eyes. Satisfied. At last. He had found one final way to hurt her. Adrian arrived beside Selene. His entire body froze. He had heard everything. His face lost all color. Selene's breathing became uneven. Fear unlike anything she had known swallowed her. Not her baby. Please. Not her child. Lucian laughed again. Then coughed violently. Silver cracks spread across his face. Death had arrived. But he still smiled. You may kill me. His crimson eyes locked onto Adrian. But you will still lose. Adrian's rage exploded. He stepped forward. Murder burned in his eyes. Lucian welcomed it. Adrian's voice came low. Terrifyingly low. You die now. Lucian smiled. Then Adrian struck. One brutal blow. Silver-black flames exploded through Lucian's body. The Dark King screamed. For the first time. King Lucian screamed in helpless terror. His body shattered. Darkness cracked apart, then exploded into ash. Silence fell. Lucian was gone. Forever. The war was over. But no one celebrated. No one moved. Because Selene suddenly gasped. Pain shot through her body. She collapsed. Adrian caught her instantly. Panic consumed him. Selene. Her body trembled violently. Silver light flickered around her. Unstable. Weak. Selene clutched her stomach. Tears streamed down her face. Pain unlike anything she had ever known ripped through her. No. Adrian's heart broke. He held her tightly. Helena rushed over. Her expression was filled with fear. She placed trembling hands over Selene's stomach. Silver energy surged. Then Helena froze. Her face turned pale. Adrian's voice shook. What is it? Helena looked devastated. The silence said everything. Adrian's blood ran cold. No. His voice cracked. No. Selene cried openly now. Helena's eyes filled with tears. The poison is spreading. Adrian's breathing turned ragged. Selene's hand gripped his. Hard. Fear consumed her. My baby. Her voice shattered. My baby. Adrian felt completely helpless. He had faced monsters. Or death. Nothing had prepared him for this. Selene sobbed. Please. She looked at Helena. Desperate. Broken. Save my child. Helena's voice trembled. There may be one way. Hope hit Adrian instantly. What? Helena looked at both of them. Then at their joined hands. Her expression turned grave. The royal bond. Selene struggled to breathe. Helena continued. Only pure royal love can cleanse dark poison. Adrian frowned. What does that mean? Helena's silver eyes locked onto his. It means both of you must fully accept the bond. Silence. Selene stared. Adrian didn't hesitate. I accept. The answer came instantly. Without pause. Helena shook her head. It's not enough. Adrian frowned. Helena's voice softened. Both hearts must be completely open. Selene's breathing slowed. Fear. Pain. Love. Everything collided inside her. She looked at Adrian. This man had broken her. This man had shattered her heart. Yet he was also the man she loved. The father of her child. Adrian held her face gently. His gray eyes were full of pain. Full of love. Raw and real. Selene. His voice shook. I love you. Tears streamed down his face. No pride. No walls. Nothing hidden. Only truth. I have always loved you. Selene's breath caught. Adrian continued. I was too blind. Too arrogant. Too broken to see it. His voice cracked. But losing you. Tears fell harder. Destroyed me. Selene cried harder. Adrian pressed his forehead to hers. His voice became a whisper. I will spend forever making this right. His hand rested over her stomach. Over their child. I love you. His voice broke completely. I love both of you. Selene's heart shattered. Then healed. All at once. She saw the truth in his eyes. No lies. No pride. Only love. Only regret. Only truth. Trembling, Selene lifted her hand. She touched his face, then whispered through tears, "I choose you." The moment the words left her lips, the mate bond exploded with divine light. Divine silver light exploded around Selene and Adrian. The entire battlefield disappeared beneath radiant light. Warmth replaced pain. Peace replaced chaos. The violent storm above the kingdom began fading. Dark clouds disappeared. Moonlight returned. The air changed. Lighter. Cleaner. As if darkness itself had finally left the kingdom. Selene gasped. A powerful warmth flowed through her body. Straight into her chest. Into her soul. Then down to her womb. The pain stopped. Completely. Her breathing steadied. The violent trembling disappeared. Silver light surrounded her stomach. Soft. Gentle. Protective. Adrian held her tightly, afraid to let go. Helena watched with tears in her eyes. The royal bond. It had awakened fully. The oldest power had returned. Selene suddenly felt it. A heartbeat. Small. Strong. Steady. Her eyes widened. Then tears spilled down her face. Not from pain. From relief. The baby. Their baby. Alive. Safe. Selene let out a broken sob. Adrian saw her expression. His voice shook. What? Selene grabbed his hand. Then placed it over her stomach. Adrian froze. For 1 second. Nothing. Then a tiny kick. Adrian stopped breathing. His eyes widened. Another kick. A tiny heartbeat echoed through the bond. Alive. His child was alive. Emotion hit him like a tidal wave. Adrian broke. Completely. Tears streamed down his face. He dropped to his knees beside Selene. Overwhelmed. Relieved. Grateful. He pressed his forehead against her stomach. A broken laugh escaped him. Half laugh. Half sob. Selene cried harder. This time from happiness. Helena smiled through tears. The kingdom had survived. The air had survived. Darkness was gone. The people slowly began gathering. Guards. Healers. Servants. Citizens. They looked at Selene and Adrian. Then one by one, they dropped to one knee. Silence filled the kingdom. Then Helena stepped forward. Her voice echoed powerfully. All hail Queen Selene. The kingdom answered as one. All hail Queen Selene. Helena turned toward Adrian. A small smile touched her lips. Then she bowed her head. All hail King Adrian. The kingdom roared again. All hail King Adrian. Adrian slowly rose. Still holding Selene. His gaze met Helena's. Then the people's. Then returned to Selene. None of that mattered more than her. Days passed. Peace returned to the Silver Kingdom. The palace was rebuilt. The people celebrated. Songs filled the kingdom. Light returned. For the first time in years. Everyone slept without fear. Inside the royal palace, Selene stood near the balcony. Moonlight covered the room. A gentle breeze moved through her silver hair. Her hand rested on her growing stomach. A soft smile touched her lips. Then warm arms wrapped around her from behind. Adrian. He pulled her gently against him. Careful. Protective. Always careful now. Selene smiled faintly. You're quiet. Adrian kissed her shoulder. I'm thinking. Selene leaned into him. About what? Adrian's arms tightened slightly. How close I came to losing everything. Selene's smile faded. She turned slowly to face him. Moonlight reflected in his gray eyes. No. Not gray anymore. Silver gray. A perfect blend. He looked at her with so much emotion it made her chest tighten. Adrian lifted his hand. His fingers gently brushed her cheek. I hurt you. His voice was low, heavy. Selene stayed silent. Adrian continued. I can never erase that. Pain flashed in his expression. But I will spend every day proving you made the right choice. Selene studied him. He meant every word. She knew that now. Adrian lowered himself slowly, then did something that stunned her. The King of Blackthorn, the Prince of Silverthorn, the feared Duke, went down on one knee. Selene's eyes widened. Adrian. He looked up at her. No pride. No arrogance. Only love. Only sincerity. His voice was steady, deep, emotional. Selene Silverthorn. A soft smile touched her lips. He held her hand carefully. You were the greatest gift fate gave me. Tears filled her eyes. Adrian's voice softened. And the greatest fool I've ever been was rejecting you. Selene laughed softly through tears. Adrian smiled. Then his expression turned serious. Raw. Honest. Will you let me love you for the rest of our lives? Selene's heart melted. Tears rolled freely now. This man, this stubborn, broken, proud man, had changed. Completely. Because of love. Because of pain. Because of her. Selene smiled through tears. Then nodded. Yes. Adrian's breath left him in relief. A real smile spread across his face. Warm. Beautiful. Rare. He rose and kissed her. Softly. Deeply. Tenderly. No pain. No fear. Only love. Only home. Months later, the entire kingdom gathered again. This time for joy. For celebration. For new life. Selene screamed as labor pains hit. Adrian nearly lost his mind. He panicked. Completely. Helena had to physically remove him from the birthing room twice. Selene almost laughed between contractions. Hours later, a loud cry filled the palace. Then another. Silence followed. Adrian froze outside the chamber. His heart stopped. The doors opened. A healer stepped out. Smiling. Adrian rushed forward. Well. The healer laughed. Joy shone in her eyes. My king. She smiled wider. Congratulations. Adrian held his breath. The healer's next words shattered him. You have twins. Adrian froze. Twins? Then he laughed. A stunned laugh. A disbelieving laugh. Twins. He rushed inside. Selene lay exhausted but glowing. Tears filled her eyes. She smiled weakly. Adrian walked toward her like a man in a dream. Then he saw them. 2 tiny babies. Wrapped in silver cloth. Sleeping peacefully. 1 boy. 1 girl. Adrian's heart completely melted. Selene smiled. They have your eyes. Adrian's voice broke. No. He touched the babies gently. They have yours. Tears streamed down his face again. Selene laughed softly. Are you crying again? Adrian smiled. Unashamed. Yes. He looked at her. Then at their children. Then back at her. His voice came out full of emotion. This. He swallowed. This is everything. Selene smiled. The mate bond glowed softly. Warm. Peaceful. Complete. Once, she had been the girl rejected by the Duke. The girl humiliated before a kingdom. The girl abandoned in the rain. But fate had written a different ending. She didn't return broken. She returned powerful. She returned as queen. And this time, no one would ever make her feel small again. Because she was Selene, the Silver Queen. And beside her stood the man who fought to earn her love. Her king. Her mate. Her forever. If you enjoyed Selene and Adrian's story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional Duke Dynasty stories filled with romance, betrayal, revenge, and powerful comebacks. Tell me in the comments, what was your favorite part of the story? See you in the next story.